A Day with the Animal Mechanics by Sharon, Rentta. A Day with the Animal Mechanics. Dylan is helping his dad out at work today. This is Dad's garage. It's called Bassett and Son. Dylan likes the and Son bit because that means him. It means that one day all this will be his. The mechanics are soon hard at work, fixing a super duper swanky expensive posh car. It belongs to Mr. Cat the bank manager, and he wants it back this afternoon without a scratch on it. Car paint is really sticky. At work, Dad isn't called Dad. He's called Mr. Bassett. But Dylan can't call him that because it sounds too funny. Mechanics can fix anything with wheels. This lorry has a flat tire. This car's alarm won't stop beeping. And this bus has got chickens under the bonnet. They didn't mean any harm. It was just nice and warm under there. Mechanics can't repair space rockets, even if you ask nicely. Mechanics often look underneath to see what's wrong. Big mechanics are good at looking under small cars. And small mechanics are good at looking under big cars. There's no point looking under this car because it's a total write-off, which means you might as well throw it in the bin. There are lots of ways to fix things. Tyson the bison reckons that the best way is to hit them with a spanner. Some of the garage's customers have had an accident. This elephant accidentally sat on his car instead of in it. And this dog had a crash because he accidentally put his pants on over his head. He'll need a new front bumper and grille. A good mechanic should always check that the seats are really bouncy. Dylan reckons these ones are fine. Most customers are very happy with the mechanic's work. Mrs. Haddock is very glad to have her water levels topped up. Giraffe asked them to customize his car, which means making special changes to it. He says that his new roof and paint job are top-notch, which means they're really, really good. But some customers get very cross. Apparently, Mr. Cat didn't want painty paw prints all over his car. Mr. Daddy Bassett says he can't think how they got there. He gets his top mechanic to clean them off, and the customer is soon happy again, sort of. Dylan reckons he'll soon be an expert mechanic. Today he's learning that it's a good idea to close a car's roof and windows before you press the button on the car wash. He's also learning that tires make a great place to hide when the boss is angry. Sometimes the garage is quiet. The mechanics can tidy up and relax. Tyson likes organizing his spanners. Nancy relaxes with a good stretch. But sometimes it can be too quiet, especially when it's hot. There hasn't been a single customer all afternoon. Where is everyone? Then all of a sudden the phone rings and rings and rings. Lots of cars have broken down. Strangely, they all seem to be stuck in the same traffic jam. It's time for the animal mechanics to hit the road. Olivia fetches some spare tires. Deck packs a little snack. Tyson grabs his spanners and they're ready for action. They soon see why it was so quiet at the garage. It's such a hot day, everyone's off to the seaside. But there's been an accident up ahead. A load of boxes have fallen out of the back of a lorry, and now there's an almighty traffic jam. Everyone is grumpy, and their cars are overheating. The mechanics quickly set to work. They fix tires and top all the cars up with water. They paint over any scratches and scrapes and tighten all the nuts and bolts. Deck checks everyone's oil levels. There's a lot to do, and some of the drivers get impatient. Tyson has to separate some angry penguins. Mr. Daddy Bassett fixes the lorry doors so they don't fall open again. Dylan has a very important job. He has to pick up all the boxes. But there's something funny about these boxes. They all feel really cold. Dylan decides to check what's in them. It's ice cream! Boxes and boxes of ice cream. While the mechanics finish fixing the cars, Dylan hands out every single one. That soon gets everyone smiling, except for the lorry driver. They all agree that Dylan is the best mechanic of the lot. At last, all the vehicles are fixed, and everyone sets off to the seaside. Good work, animal mechanics. It's time for a well-earned break. The end.